Hi, and thanks again for being with me on the video version of the Norm and Goldman Show. Now, I am an attorney and I spent 25 years practicing the law, and so I learned a lot about lawyers, and so I'd like to share with you for a moment here what every person should know about lawyers. And there are a lot of things you should know about lawyers before you ever deal with them. First of all, let me ask you a question. If you break your leg, let's say you go skiing or you fall down a set of stairs, not that I'm recommending it, but if it happens, would you go to a heart surgeon to fix your broken leg? Of course not. Right? You go to an orthopedic surgeon to set your leg and put it in a cast. If you break your hand, you don't go to a heart surgeon. Right? If you need an eye exam, you don't go to a foot doctor. Doctors specialize. Nobody finds that controversial, and you're sitting there going like, duh, Norm, hello. Well, that's the point. Lawyers specialize too. If you want someone to write a will, right, in case you pass away one day soon and you want to deal with all your possessions and your home and your effects and who gets what, if you want to go to, write a will, you're not going to go to a divorce attorney. If you need to go file a lawsuit over the deed to a property, let's say somebody challenges whether you actually own your house, they say that they have the deed to your house, you're going to need a real estate litigation attorney. Lawyers specialize just like doctors. And so you need to understand that lawyers, while they know a lot of the general stuff, they also specialize because the law is very complicated. Not all lawyers charge money up front. If you have a personal injury case, for example, that's very common for lawyers to take your case on what's called a contingency fee basis. In a contingency fee basis, the lawyer will get paid if and when the lawyer wins the case. And by winning the case, that means settlement. And yes, I'm talking about all the lawyers you see on TV. No winning, no payment, that kind of thing. So you definitely want to be careful if you have a personal injury case, because there are a lot of lawyers out there that do personal injury cases, and not all of them are very, very good. So you always start by asking, your friends, ask other people who've had personal injury cases. You can look at the video that's part of our series here on how to find a lawyer. I did a video on that. But understand that not all lawyers go to court. In fact, a lot of lawyers are afraid of court. They don't want to go to court. And all they want to do is sit there and write their wills or give advice on immigration, because there are immigration attorneys, and that's all they do is deal with immigration. So you need to be aware that lawyers specialize. However, if you don't have a personal injury case, you're going to have to come up with some money, because most lawyers in other specialties, whether it's an immigration problem, whether it's writing a will, whether it's getting a consultation over a divorce, or if you already are divorced and you want to modify the child custody, lawyers in just about every specialty except personal injury charge money up front. But what I want you to know is the fees are negotiable. Lawyers don't want you to know that. Sorry to the lawyers, but I'm going to spill the beans here. Fees are negotiable. And you can tell the lawyer, look, I don't have a lot of money, but here's what I've got, and I'd like you to reduce your fee and give me an honest assessment of how long it'll take and how much money it'll take to accomplish my task. One other thing I want you to know. If you are suing, let's say in a personal injury case, you're very often going to be dealing with an insurance company on the other side. The insurance companies hire their own lawyers and they pay them by the hour. The job of those lawyers is to drag the case out. And the longer they can drag the case out, the more hours they can create, the more money they can bill. They make their money on volume. And so you'll get a big law firm that's basically got 1,000 cases going, and they're getting a very modest rate, an hourly rate, based on what all the other lawyers in the community are getting, but they're making it up on the volume. So if you're paying by the hour, or if you've got a personal injury case, even though you're not paying by the hour, you're paying only if you win, it's in your interest to move the thing along as quickly and efficiently as possible. But think about the other side, whoever you're adverse to. If you're adverse to somebody in litigation, wonder about and try to figure out whether it's in their interest to move the thing along efficiently and quickly, because it may not be in their interest at all. It may be in their interest to do it slowly and drag it out to make your life miserable. All right, so understand what it is that you need from a lawyer, and then go talk to lawyers, and don't be afraid to negotiate fees, and don't be afraid to talk to 2 or 3 lawyers at a time. All right, I do encourage you to see the other video we did here on how to find a lawyer. I think you'll find that very helpful as well. Thanks as always for being with me on the video version of the Norm and Goldman Show, and don't forget to check us out at normandgoldman.com.